What was once a church standing on its last limbs has now been restored, but with a new purpose. This church is the oldest church in Lafayette. President of Lafayette's Historic Preservation Commission, Sean Lutz, says this church has been here since the dawn of the city.
So this was originally finished in 1844. That's 1 year after the canals reached Lafayette, before the railroads come here. So this is a time capsule also into the city's very early history.
The church has been on 3rd Street for over 145 years after moving several times before. The building began to show its age as the years went on. Lutz says it was in such a bad shape, it was on the verge of being torn down. That is, until a couple in New Orleans decided to call this historic building home. Chandra Di Rosaria's sister and her husband bought the church and put new life into the building.
This whole project emerged because my sister had been displaced during Hurricane Ida in August of 2021. In between New Orleans, coming up to visit and spending time with our parents who are both located here, they came here to escape the hurricane. What we didn't think was going to happen is that they would be looking at what was a church and making it their home.
Raquela Di Rosaria and her husband are using many of the church's original features in their new home.
All the stained glass, these beams are original. These doors were actually salvaged wood from the rafters that we took down, and that started the saga, which became 18 months renovation of what had been on the bubble as possibly being condemned and then demolished because the church itself was not habitable the way that it was.
Chandra says it's exciting to help restore a building in the community her family and she grew up in.
Honestly, it's still kind of surreal knowing that our kids will have a piece of this that they can continue to have for generations to come, and that we can invite the community to celebrate this with us. It's a cool and exciting time to be here for sure.
The Di Rosarias are taking it one step further.
They're also taking the next steps to make it a protected structure so that, one, all the restoration work that they've done to this structure isn't undone, but also to ensure that after we're no longer here, that this structure is never in a position again where it is unnecessarily left to rot and be lost.
The new home with new life inside will be looking to stand in the Lafayette community for years to come. Reporting in Lafayette, Vinny Martirano, News 18.